Hello and welcome to RRWC 2025. We have a beautiful group B group stage match here with Pigiero and apricope, and I am joined by Zionical. You want to
Yes,
introduce
indeed.
yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say a very exciting match here, honestly. I think this is a pretty evenly matched setup here. I could see this going either way. I think maybe Pidgey's a bit of a favorite, but definitely could see some competitive maps here.
I mean, just looking at the stats alone on this Dartmoor, looks like
Whew!
looks like somebody's favorited, but
Certainly not looking like Apricope's favorite map, but then again, that's why Pidgey picked it, and they've got their favorite map coming up right after this in Mumbai. So
do I need to like
even if
refresh
they
Piggy?
do,
There is
yeah, they were taking a sec to get going. So yeah, even if Pidgey takes this one, Apricope's got their comfort pick coming right up after.
That's true, that's true. It is gonna be Dartmoor, it's gonna be probably sub 2 minutes.
Yeah, you would have to expect, and I will be playing Scruffy on this map tomorrow, so I'm gonna be taking notes, Pidgey. I'm ready to be taught some lessons here.
We'll see his strats. Coming up in 21 seconds.
Yep, we will see. Will Pidgey get up to 18-5? I actually didn't realize how strong
Pidgey was on this
Pidgey's
map.
record is here. This would not have been, I guess, at face value, not a map I would have expected them to be a huge fan of, but solid record, solid time. And yeah, here we go with the spin.
It is going to be Alexa Carlisle, Garden Fork, and the Mansion Staff Disguise. So kind of a sleeper. Assess the spreadsheet. It's pretty standard.
Yeah. Pidgey also still with their Paris spin overlay from practice, presumably, up in the top right. The maybe showing what they've been focusing on in their off time, but yeah, pretty standard spin, although there's not a ton that can go too crazy on Dartmoor.
Apricope with a very late load.
Yeah, definitely not the ideal amount of time you want to get in on this map when so much of it comes down to planning. They will be relying on a Pidgey reset here, otherwise tough to see how they could take this one.
Yeah, I think it's too far off the photo finish window even. Oh, Pidgey ripped! Wait, but to Carlisle, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I believe he was just seen throwing the emetic, so I think he should be fine. I actually had looked away at that exact moment though, so I'd assume if he's still playing on though, that must have been what happened.
That's kind of what you gotta do. Living on a prayer right here.
Yeah, Apricope still trailing a little over 20 seconds behind. Pidgey about to get this kill. They will walk out of here, and
Yeah, green guns.
that's Dartmoor.
That is Dartmoor. And not beating his PB. Load time squunched it out. Think it's in the photo finish window, but Piggy got it.
Yeah, but even if it is, this will be waived. Yeah, and they do just squeeze it in that PF window, but it should be waived pretty quickly, you'd have to imagine.
We do have Adam as our admin here today. I'd like to thank him for adminning this match.
Common TKW.
That is a common TKW. What's the next map coming up? It looks like Mumbai because
Yep.
Piggy
We got some
reloading
Mumbai.
in already.
Yep. So we do go from maybe not the shortest map in terms of
Well, yeah, it's the shortest.
record, but in terms of average time, probably the shortest map. And now we will go to one of the two longest, probably this and SF.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. Definitely up there.
so definitely a change of pace, but a much wanted change of pace for Apricope here, getting onto his comfort map, the map everybody knows that he wants to play. And in RRWC, that doesn't matter because there's no bans and no pick limits. So theoretically, I don't know if they're going for it, but they could pick Mumbai every match. So
A lot of players going for that RR award this year.
much desired achievement, I think, at the moment. I believe Gleb is probably going to pick that one up for picking Ambrose. At least I've seen them pick. I think in the what's this is a crazy stat. I don't know if this has ever happened before. I think in the last 24 to 36 hours, they've played 4 matches where they've picked Ambrose. Um,
That's ridiculous, man. No one should be playing that much Ambrose.
yeah, there's surely they can't be doing too well if they're deciding to play Ambrose that much, but who knows? The Okay,
Dartmoor
so that
is called to Piggy.
yeah, there we go. 2.5 minutes to Mumbai now. Modern day waterboarding, says Joker about that much Ambrose. Yeah, that is like some sort of advanced torture form, I think, for a Hitman player.
Doesn't Big Machete always get it every RRWC for going SF every map?
Yeah, I think although I don't actually remember if they did it last time, but they are like I think the like stereotypical player that people think of when they think of the RWC format because they are such a expert with SF. I
Yeah.
think Apricope surely is another one. Um, I'm trying to think of other specialists. I mean, obviously you have someone like Scruffy on New York who is almost unbeatable on that map. So, but with it being New York, and I think a lot of it coming down to just execution, it does feel a bit different. Although they could really just pick New York and make a lot of people's lives miserable for 7 matches. I just don't think they want to do that practice wise.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
That is an underrated, I think, or a consideration that people have to make when they do have those maps that they love picking a lot. Is you don't each match is only 3 maps. So if you're taking a third of every one of your matches to play one map that you're already good at, that's going to affect your practice and your how fresh you are on the rest of the map pool. So, well, I do think it can be a good strategy for some. That's something to consider as well if you're thinking about going that way.
Yeah, top level play that matters. So this is Apricop's home. He does have the map record of 510 PV against Piggy's 821. Still a really fast time for Mumbai, but
Yeah, I think
510
I
is
think
crazy.
I think Pidgey, yeah, does feel maybe comfortable here, but how much does that matter versus Apricope? If Apricope's first idea works, it feels like they're probably going to win here. That's the thing, though. Will they reset because they try and push a bit too much, go for something a bit too unorthodox? We'll have to see here. About 10 seconds out now.
I'll let you take this one.
All right. Let's see what we got. Elite Thug, Silent Sniper for Wazir. Uh, Local Security Fall for Vanya. And then Metalworker, Cleaver, NTKO for Dawood. What is the
Fall Vanya,
fall
eh?
for Vanya? That's what I'm trying to think of. What is
I thought that shit was
what
banned.
I don't even know what the fall Vanya kill is. I would see this and I'd be on Roulette Resources
That's what I'm
already.
saying. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
chimneys.
known.
All right.
I'm known
Yeah.
for alt tabbing. I'm
Wow,
known for
that's okay. That does make sense, I guess. Yeah. You throw her in where you throw the brick.
that does. Yeah.
I guess it's
That's a
the only place
lame
because I
fall
would
kill though.
I
That's a
know I was
lame
thinking
one.
of somewhere with like actual verticality and I just couldn't think of it anywhere. I was like, this
The mission
I feel
story
like
where
this
you
is an
bring her up to the
issue, but
roof.
yeah. the mid the mission story where you it doesn't exist, but you bring her on top of one of those cargo boxes
Yes,
in the courtyard.
yes.
Yeah, that mission story that definitely exists where you do that.
They
Um,
added him, they added him.
so
Piggy
Pidgey,
with a way faster load and faster strat, looks like.
yeah, at least to this point, Apricope 25 seconds behind though, but with some of their optimizations, this really could be a time that they get rid of quick, a time advantage that they get rid of quick. Um,
Yeah, like, who knows
they
you need to
are.
shoot that bullet distraction? Like, what is that?
Yeah, Apricote very comfortable. I would say with all things Charles, I don't think uh, they should be getting caught off too much here. They get the local security out of there with the right distraction to make it safe.
Piggy gets a clean Maelstrom ISO?
And now they are headed to get the Maelstrom. They will have to
Peekaboo it?
think. Okay, so they have them up here. They'll have to go grab that elite thug, although that won't take too long. But that lead does remain right about 25 seconds for Pidgey, and it doesn't look like Apricope has done anything in particular to take all of that chunk away. Although obviously still early days in this spin.
Of course, of course. Anything can happen. Roulette.
It is indeed. Uh, God.
Ooh.
Those always stress me out. I've seen too many people reset right there.
Dean hoping
Dane,
both
wait, I
players
just
lose.
I just saw that.
That's awesome. Wait a minute.
We got a real hater in chat. I love it. That's wild. I hope both players lose. All right. So there is the Maelstrom kill. Grab local security, and he'll be on his way out.
I mean, in game time, they're kind of tied. Just Pidgey's faster loaded in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Pidgey's just been holding that
Unless he's in his
slight
inventory
lead.
forever and he's losing time. He was in his inventory for way too long there. He forgot.
So yeah, he did freeze for a second. So it's a few seconds back. Apricot just chipping back at that lead. They
Apricope installed a
are.
virus on Piggy's computer. Who knew our legend
Yeah,
would dip to this
exactly. That's
death?
what a real world class player does. They go outside of the game's means and they take matters into their own hands. So yeah, the knockouts, the brick, that's also the metalworker disguises. So are they missing anything? Do they have cleaver?
Apricope grabbed Cleaver. I don't know if Piggy grabbed Cleaver yet.
So if Apricope has cleaver, he has everything he needs. It's kind of at this point just
Piggy does not have Cleaver yet.
okay. So
That's what he
this
forgot. That was his slowdown.
So okay, yeah. So this is Apricot making all that time back as Pidgey
You forgot the
is
Cleaver and the
still down a
shawls, bro.
cleaver and will also have to get or should get local security from here as well. Um,
Some classic pan gameplay on Apricope's screen.
yeah. So yeah, that time's still ticking down. Even though Apricot has an advantage without it, that in-game time has been ticking down as Pidgey's taken some more time to think. Apricot's
Almost
gameplay from
tied,
here is
yeah.
pretty straightforward.
And this should be the free fall kill, like right there.
Yep. Waiting for her to get close. Doesn't want to drag her more than he needs to.
That is true. That is true.
And now she will go investigate. Well done. So yeah, doesn't make the mistake of KOing her too early and having to drag her 100 million feet. Minimizing that distance. He'll get that kill right here. He's got the metalworker is right next to him to grab a disguise, and Just needs to take care of Dawood now. Make sure he doesn't knock him out.
Yeah, Dawood's basically already to the dock. I don't know if Piggy can catch up.
Oh, oh yeah. I think Apricope has routed this one very efficiently, to the point where they made that, what was at one point almost a 30-second IGT gap, now down to 15.
And a rip
Now
on
less
Pidgey's.
as Pidgey rips. They are obviously the favorite to take this one right now, and they get there in time for the early, or standard, I should say, Dawood ISO. So yeah, as long as they don't accidentally KO Dawood here, they should be chilling.
Good Bleg, I think. Got all three. Yeah. He's all
Yep, they
good.
did indeed.
Just gotta wait.
And there we go.
Perfect. Does have a coin. Going for the coin exit.
There we go. GG, well played by Apricope.
Yeah,
I
just beautiful
believe
routing. Beautiful routing.
I wasn't sure if they had a very early reset or a long planning phase, but once they got into this run, they had a great idea of what they were gonna do, and they routed very efficiently. Handled that one, I think, is about as well as they could. And yeah, I think this could have been seen ahead of time, going into this last map 2-2, with how I would say comfortable each of the players was on their respective map pick.
And on to the random. Back to Paris, everyone's favorite.
Woo! And similar PBs here, actually.
But
Although a better
Apricope only
record for
winning
Pidgey.
once. I mean,
Yeah, not a map they've played a lot.
but a 5-minute PB and you've only played it once? That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, you certainly know that's not a map where they're totally clueless. It's honestly, though, it's tough to glean from just two matches. I'm gonna pull up, if I can, uh, who they may have played Paris against, because now I'm curious if I can find that.
Well,
So they beat Smokeweiss on Paris in RR17, and then they lost to Hausen in RR16. So that's their two plays on Paris,
interesting.
1-1. Let's see how they played in that loss to Hausen real quick. Let's see how fast Hausen was at least. Hausen got a 429, so who knows? Apricope could have been
Just neck and neck, or
yeah, Apricope could have been 30 seconds behind, and still been doing solid. So yeah, not a bad player to lose to at all. Hausen's really nice with it. So
yeah.
1-1, just tough to know, but makes it more exciting for us, I think.
When you think about it, Pidgey's had like 18 chances to improve his PB, and Apricope's only had 2.
Yeah, on the other hand, definitely not a map that Pidgey has had any shortage of playing. Although, with how long Unk has been around, I'm sure there are some maps that are higher, but still, 18 plays is certainly not low. And now just about 10 seconds out from that spin.
I believe I'll take this one. It is going to be Victor Novikov, Ball Tech Crew,
Oh
Dahlia
wow.
Margolis, no target pacification, Hatchet Chef.
Okay, well the Novikov kill is really fast.
Yeah, it's instant. Instant
Yeah, the
Novikov.
Novikov is
Hatchet kind of
instant
ruins
from
this
check
thing.
start. I you could any buff guy enjoyers trying to hatchet launch out here. Imagine the yeah, hatchet does kind of make this a little less of a speedy spin. There are some methods that would make this pretty fast, even with a chef grab somewhere in between. But
Apricope restarting when he could have
yeah, that is
just
a
knocked him
restart for
out.
Apricot.
I mean, I get it if you don't pull him correctly, but
And now Pidgey dragging this to the fall spot.
I think he could have went for an earlier one.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know because I wasn't sure which ones, if they were all droppable.
I don't think
Uh,
I've ever gotten seen there. He must have had some PTSD from
yeah,
that
I was gonna say
encounter.
I've never had to use bullet distractions there, but it's not a kill I've done a ton. Another reset for
Yeah.
Aprico. Pidgey with over a 1 minute lead now. That early kill done, but to be fair, that is the very straightforward part of the spin. Although, not been as straightforward for Aprico.
Sometimes you gotta live with those missed ISOs, and other times you just gotta go for them.
So let's see, Pidgey. Pidgey did get this chef disguise. Now he will go out for the hatchet.
Both players doing the bullet distraction there. I've never seen that. Is that crazy?
I think I think to be fair, I feel like I normally just get him earlier and I'm dumping him like on the other side or closer to the other
Yeah.
side anyway. So it could just be a matter of where that guard is. Pidgey luring Dahlia down here with this phone though. I believe I actually wasn't paying close attention, but I believe that must have
Uh,
been what he's done. Um
the hatchet was by the bush.
oh no.
The hatchet was eaten by the
Are
bush.
you kidding me?
He threw it on top of the
This
bush and it
game.
landed on it. He threw it on the bush.
Oh no. Oh my god, I had this happen. Oh, you can see it.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
see it's
see
on
it.
top, like that little yellow highlight. Oh
Not to
my
get seen, but
goodness.
like you
Doesn't he
basically
have
have to restart.
Oh god.
You can't
Oh
shoot
my
items
goodness.
down. Like they don't interact like
I
that,
would
dude.
be so Oh, I'd be so tilted.
I
I
would
had
be too.
something like that happen against Luke in my match on Haven where I threw my briefcase into an unreachable corner, but I was gonna lose anyway, so it didn't matter. Uh in
Now
a map where
Apricope
you
has
were that
Chef.
close. Woo! And yeah, now a huge lead for Apricope.
See if his hatchet gets eaten too. The bush consumes. Didn't need the pistol shot that time. The Victor kill.
And yeah, Apricope's got Dahlia coming down, even if it's a little bit later. Uh, he's got nothing to deal with in terms of security guard either. Already got him knocked out, unlike Pidgey. So this should not be. There shouldn't be much left to do here. Actually, this could be a nightmare for Pidgey when it looked like they were so close to tapping it in.
Those last second rips.
Let's see. Can
Apricote playing this
Apricope?
super safe.
Yeah. Yep. And there he goes. Uh.
Now just don't rip on the grass. I've done it.
Let's see. Are they going to be patient? I was like, if they actually
uh,
try and just gun it in front of those two guards, that's kind of wild. There
you
they
get the
go, though.
finish. And that is an Apricote victory over Pidgey.
4-2. Wow.
Yeah, not enough
And that is
time in the
just,
photo finish window.
wow. That is incredibly unfortunate with that hatchet throw getting caught on top of the hedge. That is brutal.
Dude, the hedge consumes.
The hedge did consume.
That's crazy. Pidgey's
Wow.
still just devastated. Still going for it. The race is over, buddy.
Yeah, although it's their timer's still counting, they might still think this is going.
Yeah.
Uh, even though it's probably should call this one.
I'm like, yeah, we should
There
call
we
it.
go. Okay.
And there it is.
Uh, that is unfortunate for, Pidgey, but,
Had
Apricope makes it happen. Uh,
Apricope did make it happen.
that first time they got past Victor, was the only time they needed. Um,
A beautiful Mumbai into a lucky rip. That's all it takes, folks, to beat Pidgey. That's all it takes. Let's head over to the group stage, see how it affects groups. For Group C, I actually think that this match like matters a lot, right? There's not a lot of room for the top 4. Only 7 people in this bracket even.
mhm. So that's a big 4 points, if I'm not mistaken, for
Yeah, 4
Apricote.
points for
Uh,
Apricote.
Pidgey only gets 2 from their first match, and it's a match against one of those, like, middle-seeded, players. Because
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, they're the 2 seed. Apricote might be, I don't know if he's 3 or 4, um, but around that area. So, like, those are the matches that are really big when you're playing those people around your seed, and, a big win for sure from Apricote.
Yeah, we can see the scores just updated right now. Apricope 5th, Pidgey 6th, but these players haven't played all their matches yet. Nearly as much as
No,
like
no.
Cobalt and stuff.
No, 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 no. Who is trying to speed run groups along with Globalk.
That's how
And
it goes.
yeah, Dane, sort of weirdly enough, and I can't comment on this because I haven't watched their matches, but Pidgey, or I mean Gigs, starting really strong.
Yeah, yeah, 2-0.
In this tournament, 2-0, and if I'm not mistaken, is one of the, I believe one of those wins might be against Dane. Um,
That's
which
crazy.
Yeah, which
That's a
is a
big upset in that
really,
bracket.
really impressive start to groups. They've gotten 2 wins. They've only dropped 1 map. Um,
Just say I don't
so
wanna
I
be a
mean,
Group C player right now. Looking at what's in Group C, I don't wanna be in Group.
yeah, seems like one of the most, I would say honestly, one of the deepest, most balanced groups. I feel like there's just, it's full of players that you're not excited to play against. Like
Yeah.
there's not really a draw you get and you're like, okay, let's go. Um, So yeah, definitely one of those stronger groups, and I think that was clear, honestly, when it was drawn, that this was not, not that there's any easy groups, quote unquote, but this was one of the groups that you might want to be put in a little less.
Yeah, yeah. Look at the upcoming matches. This was the last match of the day. We have Joker J versus that's a new player. Omni? Omni?
Omni, I think it's
Omni?
Omni.
Omni?
They're this is, I think this is their second tournament. I want to say, I think they played RR17. Um,
Yeah, coming
But,
up.
yeah, I haven't been able to watch them much. That seems like an exciting match, though.
Yeah. A lot of big
Of course.
matches. Mr. Mike Ducker, that's gonna be nice. Falcon Mulkers is gonna be a fun one to watch. Zai Scruffy is gonna be crazy. And I wish you luck on that journey. Gotta
Thank you,
practice,
thank you.
practice hard. Go fight
Yeah,
rare.
yeah, yeah. Well, look, you can't be too disappointed if you lose to Scruffy, so
That's true. It's
I just
true.
don't want people to watch me play and think, "Oh my god, this guy has never played this map before." So, that's pretty much my goal going into every match, honestly.
And then ending tomorrow, it's Quat Mr. Mike, and it's on to Sunday. They'll cover in upcoming matches. Alrighty, well, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Pretty quick match. You got any
Yeah.
closing thoughts?
No, 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 no. I'd say, like, I think it went pretty much as expected. Like, I would have said a 4-2 one way or the other. Both of their picks looked pretty comfortable for them, and then yeah, just that crazy sequence with the hatchet
Yeah,
on the hedge. That was wild, but a fun one to watch. Still a fun match despite the how brief it was.
absolutely. Well, I'm gonna take us out.
All right, peace.